Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. What a terrific morning. I cannot proceed without mentioning one again the terrific DLD team without which we wouldn't be here. Steffi Czerny, Marcel Reichert, Rupi, Schaefer, and all the rest of the people who have done this terrific thing. Alex Shield, of course, Alex Shield, Heiko, and everybody else. We are going to spend the next hour trying to figure what to make a great site. A great site. We have a terrific panel, and I will call them by name. 500 million unique users. Toby Koppel from Yahoo, to the stage. 300 million unique users, Chad Hurley from YouTube. 2.25 million users, Nichelle Baker, Mozilla. And regarding the last one, I have to share with you a debate. We had somebody from a great quiet new product, but on November we had only 97 million users, and we were not sure that we should allow him to the panel. What would you say? Who is for admitting him to the panel? Who is against? All the bad guys who are against, go away, because today he made 110 million unique users. Samir Arora Glam, please. Woo! And whom did I forget? I didn't forget anybody. That's good. And I would like also to recognize our dear commentator who will comment on why Facebook is so popular. We decided that we should also give the users a voice, and this is Jeff Pulver. Jeff has 5,000 friends on Facebook, and you have only 5,000 friends because they don't allow more than 5,000 friends, out of which you know 23 of them personally. Or you want to correct me, Jeff?
A few thousand. 2,000
you know personally. Very good. We are going to spend the next hour trying to figure the toughest secret of the internet, and actually the toughest secret of life. What makes a compelling product compelling? Why is it that some products are able to attract so many users and other products go nowhere? And before we go to the panel, I want to share with you one or two video clips. First of all, we have to make another poll. From the 4 following opera singer, which one you like the most? And I will throw them by the name, and then we will see a video. The 4 candidates are Luciano Pavarotti, Placido Domingo, Andreas Bocelli, and Jose Carreras. So let's start. Who is for that we will see a video of Luciano Pavarotti? Okay, Placido Domingo. Definitely. Okay, Jose Carreras. And Andrea Bocelli. Okay, it's about the same. We will go for Luciano Pavarotti. I'm going to show you an aria by the name of Nessun Dorma. Anybody would like to come on stage and sing it with Mar? Would like to sing it with Pavarotti? No volunteer? Your chance to become an instant, real-life YouTube hero? Okay, give me a minute. What does it say? Which one I should...
How does that mean?
Forward. Forward, yes. Okay.
I can only tell you.
Stunned by that, even though...
This German user interface, how can you understand it? They don't have a Yiddish. Anybody?
I'm only glad it's not the browser.
$8.9 million views. Anybody in the TV will agree this is a terrific. Now what? Chad Hurley, what are we going to do here? Anybody from the staff here can help me to proceed with it?
You don't have Flash installed. It doesn't have Flash. It's not my problem.
Now we know how you make a great product. Okay, until we will proceed with it. Toby, Yahoo has 500 million users. Can you try and speculate what makes Yahoo so popular? But don't give us the usual talk. Try to go into the insight. Why it's so popular?
The real secret?
What is the secret sauce?
Well, Jossi asked me to join the panel about 5 minutes ago, so I've had 5 minutes to think about it. And I asked him to ask me last, so I'd have a bit more time to think about it. Thanks, Jossi. Like, the way I think about the internet, to me, is fundamentally a communications platform. And Yahoo built a set of communications products that became a communications platform. And from the early days when Jerry and David built the directory, people submitted great content, great sites, and it was a platform to share the best of the web. And Yahoo's continued to evolve. It became, through Yahoo Mail, a huge communications platform for people to obviously share more and more. And with things like Yahoo Answers, which today is 3 years old, has 140, 150 million users, it's became a platform for people to share knowledge. And I think Yahoo continues to build out its platform to allow people to communicate and share information. We're opening up our search platform for other developers to build great search products. We're opening up our communications platform in Yahoo Mail, and that's really, I think, the sort of continued evolution. So that's one. Two is the internet became, at the beginning it was just people didn't know what it was. Yahoo helped organize it, make it simple, easy to use. And today the internet is still so complicated for so many people. Yahoo simplifies that experience and brings it into something that's easy to consume.
So we say simplicity. You suggest simplicity?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I want to ask you another question. How many people are using Yahoo Answers?
About 140 million, I think.
140 million people. What the hell they are getting from answering other people's questions? Are they paid?
Are they paid?
Are they paid?
No.
They are not paid.
No,
yeah, they are not paid. And still we have 140 million people answering other people's questions.
Well,
do they know them?
140 million people aren't answering. There are, typically in these networks, there are about 5 to 7% of the community is actually answering most of the questions, and the rest of people are consuming it. They're the people that are passionate.
I understand it,
like
but the people, the 5% who are answering it, do they know the people they answer?
No, they want to share their knowledge.
They want to share their knowledge. Yeah. So we see that people want to share. people are willing to share. People are willing to go to the internet and just to share for what? Why? Why they want to share?
Well, it depends on your view of humanity. I think people are good. They want to help other people, and that's what I believe.
Can anybody who has €5, can you wave €5 on the air? Take €5. Take €5 from the... All of you are having €5. We gave you a conference which was, at least in the United States, $4,000, and you're not getting €5 out of your pockets. Get €5 out of the pockets. Hi. Hubert, what is your most favorite charity cause now?
£5.
Colon cancer. Anybody who want to give Hubert €5 after the session to support his colon cancer cause, please do it. Now, not many of you will do it, but those who will do it will have a special joy in sharing. This is one of the biggest driving force on the internet, as we will see in a minute. We now go back to Pavarotti, and we will see Nessun Dorma. Go ahead. Click it. Poor Pavarotti.
Well, I have to say, I'm glad the browser hasn't crashed.
Where is Mark?
The browser's still running. Doesn't come pre-installed with Flash? You don't wrap Flash into it, no?
We try and make it easy to get it, but...
All right.
Never mind, that's okay, this was enough. Chad, thank you for enabling us, and I'm serious about it, enjoying this terrific piece. On YouTube, whom do you think got the highest, those who know shut up, but those who speculate, whom do you think got the highest number of viewers on YouTube of this terrific aria? Chad, who is the #1 in YouTube on this piece?
What, in terms of online, or in terms of views all time?
Nessun Dorma.
All time? It's a music artist, I forget her name.
This is a Paul Put. Paul Put, anybody heard about the opera singer Paul Put? Anybody didn't hear about him? Okay, all of you, anybody didn't hear about Pavarotti? Pavarotti got 9 million on YouTube. Paul Put, who is a cellular phone salesman from the UK, got 40 million views on his first song, and the second time he sang it was 16 million. Now you guys come and write Nessun Dorma, because I don't know how to use this strange machine. And I want next time I'm coming here an Yiddish interface, you know, at least Nessun Dorma, just write Nessun Dorma. Just a minute, let's... I don't know. Anybody from Microsoft here? We have to discuss the... This one. Okay, now Paul, listen and look at the guy. Shh.
It's entertaining. Yeah.
Paul, what are you here for today, Paul?
To sing opera. I've always wanted to sing as a career. Confidence has always been sort of like a difficult thing for me. I've always found it a little bit difficult to be completely confident in myself.
Okay. Ready when you are.
And we're done.
Okay. Why this guy got 40 million views while Pavarotti got only 9? Chad, any idea, any speculation?
Oh, he's good.
He's good. He's good, but I'm telling you, he's not as good as Pavarotti, but he's good in some very extraordinary way. Anybody in the audience, why he got 40 million users? Who said he's the underdog? Very good. What's your name? Mac. Okay, he's the underdog. Pardon? No, they're not his customers. No. He has this magic thing that he was able to connect to the emotional layer of people. And the internet is all about the emotional layer. It's about sharing. We already discovered it's about sharing. It's about emotion. It's about simplicity. And we will continue our drill. He was able to connect to the emotional level. Let me show you a video which is number 3 on YouTube. 70 million users. And when you watch, pay attention to the depth of the intellectual message which is delivered in this 70 million. Mr. Shulov, you are dealing with media for many, many years. What do you think about number of 70 million people? Isn't that something amazing? It's a nice audience. Okay, let's see what is the number 3 most popular on YouTube. And I'm using YouTube just as a metaphor to try to deliver the different aspects. And by the way, I'm going to write a book, Chad. Everything I know I learned from YouTube. The letter Y is the last laughing baby. Can you click it? I forgot the G. Okay, my spelling. Laughing baby. Laughing baby.
Did you mean laughing
no.
baby?
Go,
yeah, you didn't
go.
spell it right.
We put the G, laughing baby. With A. You have to know spelling. Where is... Hey, Chad, why don't you do spell correction, automatic spell correction?
Right there. Did you mean laughing baby? It's right there.
Laughing baby.
It's in German.
Click the search. Did you click the search? Crazy baby? No. Right, just baby. Just put baby. We'll give it another try. 34,000. Yeah. I'm sorry, I said 69. It was last week. 73. The deep intellectual message. Who knows this clip?
Blong.
Makes you laugh. A little bit at a time. The connection, it must be the connection. All right.
And it goes on like this for 2 minutes. 73 million. Michelle, how many users you have in Mozilla these days?
About 225 million.
225 million. It's like 1/4 of the internet usage right now. How much money did you invest in promoting your browser?
In cash, probably under 10 million.
Under $10 million.
Yeah.
Are you willing to share with us how you do it? By the way, Mr. Rapp, I saw here a few people from Microsoft. Would you raise your hands? Don't be shy, don't be shy. We love Microsoft. All of us, love to defame Microsoft, but all of us are using your product. How much money was invested in promoting the browser? Under 10 million? Under 10 billion. Let's agree on this. Okay, Michelle, how did you capture 25% market share? Why? Not how. Why? What make the users of Mozilla, Firefox, etc., gravitate to there?
The right goal, right mission, right product, the right people working on it, and management that was at least good enough. And that combination.
Okay, guys, you know now how to get 240 million users. You go and do, it has to be cool, right, and the right people. What makes something cool?
Well, in our case, our goal is unusual. Is this working? So our goal is actually a mission and to build public benefit into the internet, to build a piece of the internet that's a public asset. And that turns out to be an emotional goal. So we want to build part of the internet as a public asset through the market and through individual action. Build the internet through individual people participating. So we have an emotional resonance in, as it turns out, millions of people that was unexpected and actually unbelieved before.
The Holy Grail, ladies and gentlemen, the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail, if you arrive to a consensus that your product is cool. How the hell you make it? I have to tell you something. I was associated with these 4 kids who started the instant messaging craze, the 4 Israeli kids. We saw for the last 12 years 80,000, 100,000 people coming day after day to download the product, but right now some 400 million people install the product. And 2 years after it happened, I went on a tour. I tried to define I thought that if I will deliver the ultimate global unified theory how to create cool products, I will be able to replicate it. I spent 3 years buying 200 Amazon books. Where is Martin? I was hired by Jeff Bezos to be a consultant because he saw how many books I bought. and he thought I know what I'm doing, but that's a different story. At the end, I was able to produce 400 slides deck of how to create cool products, and I can tell you one thing, that the more slides you need to explain something, the less you understand. The multiplication of the number of slides on your understanding of the topic is a constant. And how you make a cool product, this is the biggest mystery. But we will come to it. Before we go to Samir, I want to ask Chad, YouTube, how many people are uploading videos to YouTube?
Well, we receive over 15 hours of video content every minute on our site. 15
hours every minute?
Yeah.
And how many people are involved in it in a month? How many people are uploading?
It's a smaller percentage of the community. I mean, you mentioned we have globally
like 15 million guys, something very small, right?
Yeah, it's a smaller number. I mean, most of what the community does is consume video. So,
how many people send to their friends links which refer them to YouTube?
I mean, yeah, that's one of the primary ways that people are exposed to YouTube video and start their experience on this site. They have a link that's been shared with them, or they find a video on the web, and they come onto our site, and we kind of have related videos. We have videos that are suggested at the end of the video, which continues their experience and keeps them involved.
So sharing and collaboration is a big...
Exactly.
Is a big power. Okay, before we go to Samir, I want to share with you a very special, another YouTube clip. We will teach us something else. I hope you don't mind my clumsiness with this machine. Now, by the way, you know that why every time the Israeli press define me as an internet gurus, my kids are laughing hysterically. This is like really unbelievable. Really unbelievable, and prepare your tissues, and I'm serious about it.
We had planned to bring you a story tonight about...
You're going to pause it.
Pause it.
Okay, but while somebody sent me an email, get out of the stage. Mr. Arora, how long it took you to get to 110 million users?
About 3 years.
3 years. That's a heck of a fast growth. Anybody who think that he should be on the stage and we deprive him from being, anybody got more than 110 million users in 3 years? Anybody? Okay, come over. Amit, come over. Okay, Samir, what is your product? We know about Yahoo, we know about YouTube, we know about Mozilla. You have 30 seconds to promote your product.
Glam is a distributed network that recognizes that people go to many sites as opposed to a few. And that is the fundamental change that's happening on the internet today. So instead of trying to bring people to one place, we find where people go and are there and help that experience.
Anybody knows Glam who knows Glam? Not bad. Who doesn't know Glam? You see, you have 110 million and you still have a place to go, right? And what do you think you should do in order to attract the rest of the users?
Glam was started as a women's focused network. So till December, we were only targeting women and women's sites. In December, we launched the men's network called Brash.
Glam for women, Rush for You have a very strong prejudice against men, I think.
No, we just have a strong. We have a strong prejudice against going after advertisers that spend money first.
That's a good cause, to separate between the advertisers and the money. Okay, go ahead.
So we naturally target. When the company started, the idea was look at where advertisers go, and advertisers spend money in brand advertising in print and television, largely targeting where consumers spend money. And women spend 83% of consumer goods in the US. Hence, that's where advertising goes. So instead of focusing only on the user, we focused equally on, is there a business model and money, and how do you help advertisers? And then we realized, with every day that was passing, and I think fueled by Google, it's easier and easier to find more sites as opposed to just one portal. And
so this is kind of not only organic gravitation of users into your product, but you go and advertise and promote the users, which is, so we have actually two ways to attract users. The viral one.
Correct.
And the one which goes more according to traditional thing, and you are representing the traditional way of advertising, acquiring users.
We looked at the traditional way from an advertiser perspective, but just like her, from a user perspective, we spend $0 in attracting users, so we don't do any marketing. $0.
So your acquisition cost is about $0 per user. Nathalie is from Orange, France. Raise your hand. Bow to the crowd. And Orange, Nathalie, please applaud Nathalie. She's Vice President of Marketing. Orange France is operating in 18 countries. They have 180 million users, right? What is your average ARPU, revenue per user per month? Pardon?
30 years.
30 euros. And how much, if it's not confidential, how much you pay for user acquisition per user? Not too much. 50 euros, 100 euros. Less than 50 euros, okay? But then we have here guys who are acquiring users for 0 euros. It's quite interesting comparison. Don't you want to move to this side of the world rather than staying in the paid acquisition? Okay, Amit, you challenged the numbers. So what do you want to share with us?
A couple of points. I made my millions of users the old-fashioned way. I inherited them. But I was fortunate enough to run two brands that between them have over 1 billion users who downloaded them. That was ICQ and Winamp.
Tell us about Winamp.
On Winamp, just to answer your question about what makes a good product, for a period of 18 months, we grew, when this was a few years back, we grew the user base from 35 million to about 60 million doing one simple thing. Every month we posted a little survey on the site and asked the users, what do you want? And that was our development plan. Every month we got the top stuff and we just developed that, and the product grew to 60 million. It's now much bigger, but that was our growth plan. So I think ask the user.
So Amit gave us the best answer. If you want to know why it happened, ask the user. That's a very enlightening answer. It works, okay. Now, until this video is going to finish the buffering, I want to ask our good friend, Jeff Pulver, why do you think Facebook was able to attract about 150 million users in such a short period?
Well, for someone who has 5,000 friends on Facebook but grew up being very shy and lonely, I could tell you it's all about the human experience. It's all about being able to connect with people. And today, Facebook has become the white pages of the internet. And it's very common that whenever someone goes new on Facebook, they find friends or people they knew 30 years ago. But more importantly, it's about life. I grew up at a time when people actually had personal time and then they had their own time. My kids who are 14 years old, whether they're on vacation or not, they know exactly what their friends are doing at any moment in time because of their news feeds. And the fact is, so do I. And being able to share presence and being able to bring that home, I think matters a lot. And while we were living in a time talking about new media, I could tell you, based on my own personal experience taking in the inauguration on CNN Live together with Facebook, I forget about new media, it's now media. And I believe the ability to basically bring everything home and make it personal and being able to extend yourself through update your status messages and being able to share photos and being able to share your experiences and populate that means a lot. On a personal note, those of you who participated in the breakfast today, a lot of that came elements of social media from Facebook, and I discovered that when you have 5,000 friends, you can put yourself on tour. And simply by announcing events, friends and then other friends find out about it, and you live through your social graph. So why is Facebook, how they're able to do this? It's all viral. I believe that what we're really talking about is a true digital life, but something which we give of ourselves. I believe in sharing information, making it real, and that humanity about everyone being individual and everyone matters. And the fact that you could then connect with people at different levels just works for me. And for the past year and a half, I've been living inside of Facebook, both for business communication, but also for my life, and being able to extend myself and share things. I know more things about people perhaps I didn't care about before, but now life matters. And inside of Facebook, everyone matters. And I believe that together, there's something that's going on which is going to be very important as we look to the years ahead, being able to connect humanity at levels which we took for granted before, but we never could experience or actually be exposed to.
Thank you. Richard Cooperstein, you want to thank Jeff on behalf of, so give Richard the microphone and thank him on behalf. He's the guy who make you.
Well, I mean, you said it really eloquently, and at Facebook our mission is to make the world more open and connected and to give people the tools to do those very important things that you speak about. So it's great to hear that you're experiencing it in a very personal way, and we're delighted to see that now, as you said, over 160 million active users all around the world are embracing what the Facebook platform has to offer.
Okay, now there is no free breakfast. Richard, give the microphone to Jeff. Jeff, you have one request to Facebook. This is your chance to ask them what you want.
Yes, at all possible, please extend the limit beyond 5,000, because it turns out there are people, not necessarily companies, that need a way, because being able to extend myself and bring people together, being limited at 5,000 is really hurting my social
He doesn't like your restriction to enable only so few friends as 5,000.
Have you set up a fan page for yourself?
No, we get this answer all the time.
The answer is I didn't, but Facebook operations did. But I find it very disconcerting that I have to set up a fan page for me, because who am I? I'm just a person trying to create an opportunity for other people to connect. Because one of the things I learned through Facebook is that, in fact, the next person you meet may be the person who changes your life. And I've found through Facebook status updates, I could put out requests.
Jeff, this you will continue separately. Richard, would you give
Thank you.
He's beginning to address some very sensitive issues. Would you give the mic to Marisa, please? Marisa Meyer, we heard about Google. We know it's an up-and-coming company. How many users you have on Google right now?
Somewhere between 300 million and 500 million.
How many?
Between 300 million and 500 million, depending
300
on the
million
source.
to 500 million. And is it true that each user generates for you about $1,500 per year? Not yet.
We don't break it down that way.
Not yet. Okay, Marisa, what is the secret? Where is the video? Video, please, zero on Marisa.
Well, I think that listening to the panel and listening to a lot of the observations, I do think the emotional connection is really important. But I think that emotional connection comes from a sense of empowerment. The users have a need, they have something they want to accomplish, and these tools all help people accomplish something they couldn't before. And there's a huge sense of empowerment that comes from that, and that's what drives the emotional connection. So be it Yahoo, in terms of making the web simple and finding things, YouTube letting people share videos, Firefox browsing the web securely and easily, Glam helping women find ways to look for the products and consumer goods they're looking for, WinApp, ICQ, Facebook. There's a very common theme that users can now do things they couldn't do before, and that magical moment of, wow, I found something on the web I didn't think I could find, or I got to do something I didn't think I could do. I think that's really what drives it.
Thank you. Now, talking about emotions, we were able to buffer it's not your blame, Chad, it's the Wi-Fi here.
It's a connection, I know.
Yeah. No, really. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let me show you something which is honestly very unique.
It's muted.
Well, draft and contracts. But we're going to call an audible We're going to switch sports tonight because we've run across an absolutely amazing basketball player that we want you to see. Here's Steve Hartman.
Who did
Grace Athena High School
see
in
this
Rochester,
video?
New York, has a new, most unlikely hero, a special ed student by the name of Jason McElwain. Keep it going. Jason is the basketball team manager. For the past couple of years, he's been assisting Coach Jim Johnson, helping with whatever the team needs.
And Joe! Get him motivated, hand out water, and just be enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic, to say the least. Despite being born with autism, Jason's father says his son has never had a problem expressing himself at basketball games.
You know, I was always concerned that he might get a technical when they lose a game because he, you know, start yelling or whatever.
Let's have a hard practice tomorrow. All hour and a half, and let's get ready for Arcadia. Let's go.
1, 2, 3, 10.
Because he has been so devoted to the team, for the last game of the season, Coach Johnson decided to let Jason actually suit up. Not to play necessarily, just to let him feel what it's like to wear a jersey.
At least that was the plan. But with 4 minutes to go in last week's game, Coach Johnson stood up and pointed to number 52, Jason McElwain. After years of fetching water and toweling off other people's sweat, Jason was actually in a game. His first shot was a 20-footer from the right baseline.
Was it close? Did you almost make it?
I just airballed it.
I'm like, just, dear God, please, let's just get him a basket.
His second shot missed too, but the third was a charm. A three-point no-doubter. And Jason wasn't done yet. Not by a long shot.
If I wasn't there to witness it, I wouldn't have lived it, you know.
You caught fire. I just caught fire. I was hot as a pistol.
Jason ended up shooting 6 3-pointers. One right after the other. He had 20 points total, and each time a shot went in, his teammates and the crowd went a little crazier. His last basket, right at the buzzer, created total mayhem. Because he is autistic, Jason says he's used to feeling different, but never this different. Never this wonderful. Steve Hartman, CBS News, Rochester, New York.
The ability to live those magic moments time and again, whenever you want it, in whatever context you want to do it, it's a whole new experience. It's not a new TV, it's a whole new way to live your most cherished moments. And I really want to thank on behalf of all of us, those who are here and those who are not, Chad Hurley, for bringing this great joy to all of us. Now, Mickey Shuloff, who is a very astute media guy, both from the artistic point of view and from the business point of view, is trying to do something exactly in this space. Are you willing to share with us what you are doing? Jeff, would you give him the microphone?
This is a company formed in Israel and the US called Pop Talk, which takes clips from major motion pictures, things that are recognizable. We've licensed to all of the major studios, and lets you insert the clips on your wall, part of your Facebook app, instant messaging. And it is all about making the experience personal. It's all about using the relevance of a motion picture expression or a moment or a clip or an artist that you relate to, and to make something interesting for you and to share with others. It's called poptalk.com, P-O-P-T-O-K.
And I'm not invested. You can go to YouTube and hear the Tarzan cry. Anybody know how to mimic the Tarzan cry? Nobody? Give it a try. I don't.
Oh!
One more try. Hubert, are you willing to try the Tarzan cry? Yahoo! This looked to me like a cowboy more than Tarzan. Okay, we will open the discussion for few comments, questions, and answers. I want to make one thing sure. People in the audience know better than us how it works, I'm sure. So anybody who wants to speculate, to offer a suggestion, to ask the panel, please go ahead. John Hagel III. Where is he? I don't see him. Yeah. Give him a microphone. I want to tell you something about John Hagel III. In '98 in Davos, I went to hear his talk about what today is known Web 2.0, mashup. He didn't use this word, but he was the first man from whom I heard about the great benefit of collaboration. Honest to God, he's a smart guy. What you are supposed to do, you were supposed to say thank you for the promotion I made you and tell them about your new book and speculate why products are becoming popular.
Thank you very much, Jossi. I appreciate it. My new book is Pull. It's coming out in about a year from now. I do think that the theme that came out in the panel about emotional connection is the key to the success of the internet and these specific sites. I believe over time the real opportunity is to move from emotional connection in the sense of conversation to emotional connection in the sense of shared creation, collaborative creation, where people are not just contributing individual contributions to these various sites, but are working together to create new products and services, and that will be the next 100 million user site. Thank you very much.
Actually, can I
yes,
comment
now,
on that?
Now back to the panel.
Thank
Please,
you.
Michelle.
I would emphasize that actually that's what Firefox is. Right? We have 200 employees, but thousands of people make the product. It doesn't matter how many people we hire, we're still at 40% of the actual code is a collaborative contribution from non-employees, and then combined with all the different languages and so on. So part of the emotional connection for us, I had said, was the goal, you know, internet, open internet, but the other part is the people, and it is that sense of people building the product. And that's what spreads it as well. So that's been probably the most powerful technique for us.
Samir.
I think that I really echo the comments. If I look at GLAM right now, it's a network of about 1,000 publishers. But then when you ask the question, how many editors and curators actually exist in the network, suddenly the number jumps to 5,000. And then you ask all the contributors, the number jumps to 10,000. Well, there's not a lot of news organizations in the world that have 10,000 editors, authors, or channel programmers. So this power of connecting people close to the heart of their creativity, and I think that's where you have to go to, is to go close to the heart of their creativity. And what we learned was, what was holding back their creativity was not that they couldn't create great content or products. What was holding back was an antiquated business model that said the power lies in the distribution of media. You take that power away, you can get all this incredible, harness this energy of the people that are extremely creative. And if you can bring together the advertisers that actually want to be at that point of intention of that creativity with a consumer, you've got an explosion that takes place.
So the internet really unleashed creativity, democratized creativity. It enabled anybody from his basement, if he has an idea, to go and post it, thing which was not available before. People are very keen expressing themselves by showing creative things, and people are very curious to see what happened. This is a very strong motive power. Chad.
Yeah, well, I agree. I think the reason why a lot of our services exist, including YouTube, is because of the community, because of the contributions of the individual. And it will move in the direction of people collaborating to create content as well. And really, when we created the service, we tried to make things as easy as possible. I mean, you want to add value to a person's experience, but you have to have a product that's easy to use. And I think one thing that's also we haven't really discussed is beyond the emotional connection to the piece of content is the brand. It goes beyond the product. I think some things...
He didn't like the fact that there was Meta Cafe on this video, I know it.
Yeah,
but it's an Israeli company, and I must promote my friends from Israel, otherwise I cannot go back home.
But I think that's one of the things we try to do. We try to associate our easy-to-use service with our logo, with our brand, YouTube, and to allow people to take that experience, take that video code, the embed, and place it on their websites and blogs. And then people could experience video there as well and drive it back to our service. So I think beyond just creating an easy-to-use service that adds value, people need to connect emotionally to the brand that you're creating.
Toby.
Yeah. I would just add one other thing, which is it's beyond providing the platform, it's also providing the tools to allow people to self-organize in a way that they couldn't possibly do in an offline environment. And it's enabling them to find other people who have got like minds, share passions. So Flickr is a great example of people finding each other, who have shared interests in all kinds of really strange things. And they couldn't have possibly met each other and created shared experiences without that. No company could have done it. It's creating that environment and having the right kinds of tools.
The guy who stole the roving microphone, we know who are you. Better you bring it back, because we need to give it to Elizabeth Coppinger. Elizabeth, you are with Real Networks. How many copies of your player was distributed until today? If you don't know, just invent a number. Nobody has any idea.
Many tens of millions.
Many tens of millions. Many hundreds
of millions. Right, many hundreds of millions.
Okay, I just want to make sure that you understand that these are not the only products which have been distributed in huge numbers. There are others, not too many, but there are others. I think we can conclude the panel that we understand that there is an issue. We still don't know the reason. Trying to speculate why something is beautiful is like trying to speculate why a group of orchids is beautiful. You know it's beautiful when you see it. It's very hard to explain it. It's very hard to mimic it. It's very hard to replicate it. Once you are able to replicate it, it becomes a commodity. And I think that we will continue this quest of what is beautiful, what is attractive, what creates compelling experience. And every year we will see new young guys who are coming with terrific ideas, new terrific ideas, re-innovating and reinventing the internet. Thank you very much.